We have started to record the first session of SPCH 1113, Introduction to Public Speaking, for the first summer session. Welcome. The 19 course sessions will go by very quickly. It is Wednesday, May 29th, 2024. My sessions are going to be 30 minutes or less, primarily because Blackboard Ultra is a new technology. We're trying it out this summer. We'll go full speed in the fall. But what I want to do first of all today is to acquaint you, as you can see on the screen, with Blackboard Ultra. And it's in the student preview mode. In other words, I'm looking at the same thing that you are as a student when you're accessing the course. We'll talk a little bit about public speaking and what I'm going to be expecting from you during the week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the 31st, the only Friday that we'll be meeting. But I think first and foremost, for all of you who are new to the technology, being acquainted with the equipment is really important. As I've been doing, looking at all of this material over and over again, repetition is going to be very important for all of you. Whenever you're recording videos for this course, there are many of them, like I have been doing, that you never see. How can you learn from that? What different elements in content, delivery, and visuals are we going to eventually see from all of you for your graded presentations? But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's take a look at the screen in the student preview mode of Blackboard Ultra. First of all, let's go to the announcements section. And when you click on this, I'll directly read from it. Week 1, Wednesday, May 29 through Friday, May 31. Please be sure to first watch the instructor video posted in the course overview course tour section. Second, watch each instructor course video. Each session, like today, is recorded and posted on the same day, no later than 1 p.m. Check in daily to acquaint yourself with Blackboard Ultra and watch videos as often as possible. There will be 19 in all during Summer 1. Good luck. There's a little bit of obscuring of my face on the bottom, but we're here to provide assistance, answer questions, view all of the recorded archives at your convenience for research purposes, and complete all of your assignments on time. Thanks. From this point, we will go back to content and scroll through items that I think are important for you to remember. Come down to welcome and instructor information. Click here, and I will make it bigger and read from this as well, so you can read it while you're watching session 1 later on. Welcome. This will be a rewarding educational experience for all of you. Watch all of the instructor course videos posted daily by 1 p.m. on Blackboard Ultra and examine the course syllabus carefully for information that will assist you in preparing all projects for this course. A link to my SAU faculty bio through the campus directory is provided in this section for your benefit. I look forward to working with you during the term. I want you to become thoroughly acquainted with everything posted for this course. Each item is designed for your overall improvement. This is an online course. All projects will only be submitted to my SAU email address provided in the syllabus and not through Blackboard Ultra. We come out of that. You'll notice that underneath the instructor information area is a link to my SAU faculty bio. If you click on that, here is what you're going to find. Any information that you would like to know about me is available from this link. It's quite detailed. Now let's go back to the announcements area of Blackboard Ultra. Here we have the course overview, course tour, with a link to an instructor video. So if I click on this, watch what happens. Within this window, you'll actually see a 5-minute video which introduces you to the course. I strongly encourage that you watch that. Then we come down to the communication and interaction policy. So let's open that up. Again, for the record, making it much bigger so when you're watching the video, you can follow this in real time. I will respond to email communication within 24 hours, Monday through Friday, until 5 p.m. Weekend communication will be responded to on Monday or sooner. I prefer that students use their SAU email address to communicate rather than the course messaging tool on Blackboard Ultra. Assignments are graded promptly with feedback provided for all student projects via instructor course videos. What I'm doing right now, Session 1. Submit graded speech projects to my SAU email address, not through Blackboard. Please use your SAU student email address to do so. Virtual office hours by appointment only. Please read all course announcements posted on Blackboard Ultra like I did a few minutes ago. Please regularly check Blackboard Ultra for instructor course videos posted daily, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday by 1 p.m. As I indicate in the welcome video with 19 course sessions this week only, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The following 4 weeks, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. A total of 19 instructor course videos will be recorded and posted on the same day during Summer 1, 2024. So there's a bit of repetition early on, but that's okay. I want to make certain that there's no misunderstanding or confusion about anything that is going to be required of you, including minimum required technology and skills. When you open this up, here's what you find. You'll need a laptop or desktop computer, word processing software, Microsoft Office, internet access. For some of the minimum skills, using email with attachments, saving files in commonly used word processing formats, productivity software, uploading and downloading of files, updating your browser and computer, interact with Blackboard course tools, and all of you have to complete a tutorial before you can enter a course. And of course, video tools. What you're seeing me record on right now with my face in the bottom left-hand corner here, and on the welcome video where you saw that video being obscured, is something called Loom, L-O-O-M. You're going to probably be using something similar to that or Microsoft SharePoint when you're recording your videos for the course, your 4 major graded speeches. And those are the support file types from Blackboard. Here we have a self-introduction discussion with participation optional, a space where you can introduce yourself to the class and the instructor. What are your goals in taking this course? How do you wish to be viewed as a public speaker? You can respond to it or not, totally up to you. Here is a module overview for the first summer session. Very basic. The first week, introduction to the course. The second week, demonstrative speech. The third week, informative speech. The fourth week, persuasive speech. And the fifth week, wildcard speech. We'll also be looking at something later on, guys, which is called the self-evaluation speech critique that is on the course syllabus. But let's move on. University resources and student support. I'm going to spend very little time on this, but you can see there's all different kinds of materials to help you become better in terms of your overall performance, not only in this class, but anything that you take online. Whether you're going to be a full-time student at Southern Arkansas University or whether you're here just for the summer and are transferring someplace else. Many of you, during the pandemic especially, got to be very comfortable with online instruction. It's not unusual. Many of my mass communication, mass media students will tell me that most of their courses from me being face-to-face are the only ones that are taught that way during the fall and the spring semester. It's not going to be unusual for all of you at the college level to make your living, so to speak, academically by taking and enrolling in a lot of courses that are online. So the university resources and student support is going to help you a lot. Here's instructor information. A link to my mass communication website, which we'll show you probably later on during the week. A link to my YouTube channel, which I may get to before class today. And here is my SAU business card. You should really be able to see that. It expands quite large on this particular platform. But realistically, because I am not in the office during the first summer session, if you ever need to communicate with me, my SAU email address for your assignments or questions is the way to go. From this viewpoint, now we go to the course syllabus. There is the syllabus itself. I will slowly go through it for your benefit. It is 6 pages in length. This is an online course. For the time being, I'm just going to scroll through it so you know how to find it. With these class sessions being 30 minutes or less, not showing videos from YouTube as I have in the past, which I'll talk about later, just want all of you to know where information is at your disposal during the first week. There's a link to my website, a link to something called Blue Sky, which I'm now using other than Twitter. It looks very much like Twitter. It's not a requirement that you follow me on that platform, and there's my email address. There is no magic formula for academic success in this or any college course. Intellectual curiosity matters. Not being satisfied with mediocrity means taking additional time to rewrite or analytically hone assignments. However, that is only the beginning. Expanding one's knowledge of the subject matter in any field is a lifelong process. Extensive interactive links for assignments can enhance such dynamism. Limitless research possibilities allow each student to pursue their academic potential. This type of work ethic is more conducive to long-term professional achievement. And then these are the topics that we'll be going into over the next month with teaching strategies, student assessment, student assignments, various public speaking, research, writing, and delivery modes, for speeches, speech critique, class participation. All graded speech outlines, Canva or Google Slides, 6 slides minimum, but if you want to use Microsoft PowerPoint, that's acceptable, are submitted by email for possible online posting. That is my Southern Arkansas University email address. The speech critique is submitted by email. Here are some of the projects with major graded speeches coming up, beginning at the end of next week. Nothing going on this week. Just wanted you to be acquainted with where the course syllabus is. Now we will slowly scroll back to the top. Everything is easily accessible. My SAU email address, my website, and Blue Sky. The additional university policies, requirements for the course, learning goals, course content, but most importantly, now you know where the syllabus is. Directly underneath is the course itinerary, and I will make that bigger for your benefit. This week only, Wednesday, course requirements, part 1. Tomorrow, Thursday, course requirements, part 2. You'll notice Friday, as I'd indicated previously, our only session at the end of the week to make up for the Memorial Day holiday, effective content, delivery, and visuals. Then we go on a regular Monday through Thursday basis for each of our major graded presentations, with Mondays being research, Tuesdays being topic selection, and then graded presentations day 1, day 2, each Thursday and Friday of each week, all the way down to the end of the term. And believe it or not, the 19 class sessions are going to go by in a flash. With that in mind, here is something that is an informal checklist. I'm going to spend all of class time on Friday going through this SAU speech critique, looking at content, delivery, and visuals. But very briefly, when we're examining content in this course, research, organization, introduction, main and supporting points, conclusion, fairness, and analysis, delivery, extemporaneous quality, conversational style, eye contact, articulation and enunciation, vocal variety, nonverbal cues, and persona. For your visuals, design, font, color, shading, spelling and grammar, text and image balance, interactivity, storytelling, and aesthetics. All of these elements are important for your overall improvement and, as I mentioned in the welcome video, self-awareness as a public speaker. This is an informal guide. Use it. I think it's really important that all of you really understand the importance of being a quality public speaker in both your academic life and in your professional endeavors upon graduation. As we continue to scroll down, this is where your instructor videos are going to be available to view. Notice that I say posted daily at 1 p.m. As soon as I am completed with this video, I will upload it to Blackboard Ultra and it will be listed right here. So the folder will not be empty. Recorded and posted on the same day, a total of 19 course sessions from Wednesday, May 29th to Thursday, June 27th. Directly underneath, you have examples right now of demonstrative speeches that you can watch. These are all YouTube links with representative examples of presentations from fall 2020, fall intersession of 2020 during the pandemic, spring 2021, the first summer session of 3 years ago, the first summer session of 2 years ago, and the first summer session of last year. Those all open in separate windows, but they give you an insight into what will be expected from you in terms of your overall performance. Right here, we have another empty folder, current examples of student speech videos, where I will take your work and post them right here. so you can examine not only your work in real time, but also of your classmates. You're not being judged against each other, but you'll notice as the weeks go on how much more comfortable you'll feel. The camera does not lie. The more that you practice, the more comfortable, spontaneous, conversational, knowledgeable you will be in terms of being a first-rate extemporaneous speaker. You'll notice that I did do a little bit of reading directly from items that are on the syllabus for your benefit. But most of the time, I'm going to be speaking to you like this, in an extemporaneous fashion with all of the notes in front of me as my jumping off point. The same way that you're going to be using your slides on Canva, on Microsoft PowerPoint, or on Google Slides with your visual inserted in any corner of the screen. I just happen to go bottom left because on Loom, Loom, which I'll show you later on during the week, that is my default position. But how can we see your face? In an online course, you insert your webcam into an area of your slides where we can see you. It's really important that we understand and practice that particular video technology to make certain that everything that you do for this course is going to be available and presented with your delivery and with your slides in as professional and competent a manner as possible. Which brings us now to the bottom, which is the SAU Virtual Student Center. Let's take a view of this from the bottom up. Current examples of student speech videos, previous examples of student speech videos, instructor course videos, which will be posted, previous examples, which are available for you to look at, the course syllabus, instructor information with a link to my YouTube channel, the university resources and student support, that's provided by the university, the module overview, the self-introduction discussion if you choose to participate, it's not a requirement, minimum technology for the course, the communication and interaction policy, the welcome video, and I'll click on that one more time. What you're going to be able to watch at your convenience. This is where I was telling you before, I'm recording in real time and then there's my visual underneath. My SAU faculty bio with the welcome and instructor information, which is posted right there. But if I want to make everything with the welcome and instructor information smaller in the student preview mode, I do that. Then we come back up to the top one more time and you can see the announcements. I will change this probably every week, but I want all of you to feel comfortable coming into Blackboard Ultra on a regular basis. You don't have to post anything on a regular basis. All you have to do is to be aware in this particular area one final time to scroll down daily to the instructor course videos and watch them. And if you haven't done so already, go back up to the instructor information area for my faculty bio and the course overview course tour, which is available right there. So in the last 5 minutes, because I am going to hold to my promise of 30 minutes or less for each course session, let me show you what my YouTube channel looks like. I'm pausing my delivery because I want to make certain that you see what I see on the screen. This is what my YouTube channel looks like, and you can see right here, I have already posted the course overview in this location. You can watch videos on my YouTube channel. When you come down to this location, the playlist, you can see in great detail, going back many years, the different types of projects that we have done. But for our benefit, I'm going to scroll all the way down. This is not a requirement, by the way, that you follow my YouTube channel on a regular basis. I just wanted to show you that beginning right here, if you want to go into depth and look at many more examples of student speeches, representations of what has been done for a demonstrative, an informative, a persuasive speech, or a wild card in weeks 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the summer, or what's been done during a regular semester, you have tons of examples, many more than I have on Blackboard Ultra. Demonstrative, informative. Virtually all of these are recorded on Loom. Look very closely and you can see faces in the bottom of the screen. Sometimes they'll use different technologies, which are fine. Then we get into persuasive presentations, and we're going to go all the way down into wild cards. Fall, spring, summer, fall intercession. Then you can check all of my lectures from 2 years ago during the summer with 19, and also from 2023 during the summer, and all the way down at the bottom. Intro to Public Speaking, Course Overview, Summer 1, 2024. So I try to be very specific as I go back to my YouTube page. I try to be very specific in chronicling everyone's work in real time, including right here, as you can see, Summer 1 of 2024. But we're going to wrap things up for the day by returning to Blackboard Ultra in the student preview mode. Again, I'm pausing for just a moment to make certain that the Southern Arkansas University logo is on the screen. So this is going to be the first of 19 course sessions, and I will come down to the syllabus area so you can check right here the syllabus, the course itinerary, the speech critique, and in just a moment, the course videos. I look forward to working with you during the first summer session, and tomorrow is going to be the second part of our introduction to the course on Thursday. As for now, good luck. That concludes the recording session for today.